Why do some people overcome every challenge while others stay stuck for years? It's not luck or talent. It's a single daily habit that transforms everything. Practiced consistently, it reshapes how you think, how you act, and who you become. This small action holds the power to change your entire life. In few moments, I will teach you a daily habit so powerful it can change the way you think, act, and live. It's not about motivation or luck. It's about mastering one simple action that, when repeated, rewires your mindset and transforms your future. 1. Begin each day with a definite purpose. Each morning offers a rare and powerful gift, a clean slate, untouched and brimming with potential. It arrives silently, asking nothing of you except a response. Yet most people meet it passively. They rise groggily, shuffle through routines, and step into the world without intention, as though life will hand them directions somewhere along the way. But life rarely works like that. Without purpose, the hours scatter, energy leaks, distractions multiply. You reach the end of the day exhausted but unfulfilled, wondering where your time went. But there's another way to live, one that begins the moment you open your eyes. It starts not with action, but with awareness, the decision to lead rather than follow. When you begin each day with a definite purpose, you move from reaction to creation. The hours no longer pull you around, they respond to your intent. Your time begins to reflect your values, your mind sharpens, your focus deepens, and your choices begin to align. Even when the unexpected happens, as it always does, you remain grounded because your compass was set from the start. Purpose doesn't have to roar. It isn't always a bold mission or a dramatic declaration. Sometimes it's quiet, a whispered promise you make to yourself in the early light. Today I will be kind. Today I will speak the truth even when it's hard. Today I will move one step closer to the life I want. This small act of inner alignment creates a ripple that carries through every hour. Conversations shift. Decisions simplify. The day becomes not a string of tasks, but a deliberate unfolding of intent. Consider the power of a single person who wakes up with resolve. Their posture is different. Their energy draws people in, not because they're louder or more skilled, but because they are anchored. In contrast, someone who begins without clarity is far more vulnerable to noise, direction, and indecision. The difference by evening is staggering. One has shaped their day. The other has merely survived it. So ask yourself, why are you waking up? What is today for? Is there a principle you want to live by? A habit you're trying to form? A fear you're ready to face? Choose something, anything, that aligns with who you want to become. Hold it close. Let it guide your tone, your pace, your priorities. Let it filter what deserves your attention and what does not. In the end, purpose doesn't just move your day forward, it transforms it. From a string of events to a story worth telling, from wasted potential to lived momentum. When you wake with a definite purpose, you claim the authorship of your own life. The page is blank. What will you write today? 2. Cultivate self-belief like a daily ritual. There's a quiet force within you, a steady presence that doesn't shout for attention but waits patiently to be heard. It isn't fueled by ego or the need to impress. It doesn't seek applause. It simply exists, grounded and unwavering. Most people never take the time to listen to it. Instead, they wake up and instantly look outward. They absorb others' opinions and unconsciously ask the world, who am I supposed to be today? But that's not where belief begins. It doesn't grow in the spotlight or in the noise of others' voices. It grows in silence, in solitude, in the deep stillness where only your voice matters. You don't need the world's permission to believe in yourself. You don't need validation from friends or recognition from strangers. What you need, truly, is consistency. The kind that doesn't waver based on how you're feeling or what's happening around you. Because belief isn't built in a moment of glory. It's built in repetition. Every day, every choice, every thought is casting a vote for either trust or doubt. And that's what most people miss. It's not about the grand gestures or the perfect outcomes. It's about what you do repeatedly when no one is watching. That's where self-trust is formed. That's where belief takes root. The mind is like a well. Whatever you pour into it, you will eventually draw back out. If you feed it fear, hesitation, and criticism, That's what you'll find at your core. But if you pour in courage, persistence, and integrity, even in small doses, those qualities begin to shape your default. Your inner narrative shifts. Instead of asking, "Can I do this?" you begin to say, "I've done hard things before. I can do this too." Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a difficult decision, the kind that makes your chest tighten and your thoughts race. You hesitate. Part of you wants to retreat, to postpone, to avoid the risk of failure. But then you remember, every time you choose hesitation over action, you reinforce the habit of quitting. You reinforce the idea that doubt is stronger than will. On the other hand, each time you try, even if you stumble, you teach your mind that trying is your default. That belief doesn't require perfection, only persistence, and that choice compounds over time, building a foundation stronger than fleeting motivation. The way you speak to yourself matters more than most realize. Your internal dialogue is the first voice you hear and the last voice you carry through your day. Do you speak with respect? Or do you let your thoughts wander like strangers through a crowded room, uninvited, unchallenged, and unchecked? What would happen if instead you treated your own mind like a trusted companion, one deserving of patience, of encouragement, of discipline? What would your life look like if every single day you trusted yourself just a little bit more? Self-belief doesn't come from a single bold act. It grows in the space between the small ones. It's born in early mornings when you choose not to give up, in quiet nights when you show up again despite doubt. It is shaped by 100 invisible choices that no one else sees but that you feel. And over time, those choices form the story of who you are. So listen to that quiet force. Trust it. Feed it. Let it guide you, not just on the good days, but especially on the hard ones. Because every time you do, you're not just surviving, you're becoming someone unshakable. 3, train your mind to see obstacles as opportunities. It's tempting to long for ease, days that unfold without friction, plans that go unchallenged, roads without detour. But the truth is, comfort has never forged greatness. No one becomes strong by coasting downhill. The people you admire most, the ones who seem carved from something deeper and tougher than the rest, didn't arrive at their strength by avoiding hardship. They walked straight into difficulty. They stumbled, fought, endured, and it was because of the struggle, not in spite of it, that they became who they are. What if you started to see life differently? What if every obstacle wasn't a signal to stop, but a signal to become? Resistance, after all, is the very thing that builds strength. It's what sharpens your focus, stretches your limits, and reveals who you really are underneath the noise. When everything around you pushes back, your will has the rare chance to push forward. That's the moment when something changes. Not out there, but within you. You stop asking why it's hard and start asking, what am I made of? Too many people turn back at the first hint of discomfort. A plan goes wrong and they fold. A door closes and they walk away. They believe difficulty is a sign that they should stop, that maybe it wasn't meant for them. But what if that's wrong? What if the obstacle is the path? Maybe the challenge you're facing isn't there to defeat you, it's there to develop you. And maybe it's not the closed door that matters, but how you respond to it. Will you knock louder, try a different key, or build your own door from the ground up? Let's say the well runs dry. It's easy to feel helpless. It's easy to mourn what's gone or wallow in what's missing. But the truth is, you have a choice. You can cry over the thirst, or you can start digging. And in that digging, sweaty, uncertain, relentless, you begin to transform. Your arms grow stronger, your patience stretches, your purpose deepens. The dry land teaches you to rely not on what you're given, but on what you can create. That's where grit is born, not in the comfort of having, but in the fight to build. When life presses against you, and it will, ask yourself, do I crumble or do I rise? Do I see problems as punishment or as preparation? Because everything that tests you is also teaching you. The hardship you're facing today could be the very story that changes someone's life tomorrow. Your scars can become someone else's survival map, but only if you keep going, only if you let the struggle shape you rather than shrink you. Greatness isn't born from ease, it's forged in resistance. In moments when the world feels heavy, and yet you keep moving. In days when quitting seems reasonable, but you choose to persist. Every no